Hi everyone, my name is Twinkle and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 10 most commonly asked interview questions, which is not just limited to aviation or hospitality industry, but this is commonly asked in any other industry also that you may think of. In this video, I will be discussing the questions, 10 questions which are very common, which even if you mold to, some different kind of questions, the core remains the same. For example, they might mold the question. I will also discuss a few questions here and there, but the main answer, the core answer that they are looking for will be the ones that I'm going to be discussing today. So I will also discuss a few examples. I will also provide you a checklist here and there, so that you are able to easily identify the things that you're supposed to do, supposed to mention, and things that you're absolutely supposed to avoid when you're trying to frame your answer. So if all these things interest you, please keep watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, share this video, like this video, and press the bell notification button so you don't miss any new video by me. Let's get into the video. So the most commonly asked question is tell me about yourself, which can also be asked as introduce yourself or walk me through your resume. So I would like to give you a cheat sheet which you can see on your screen right now. You will first be starting with greetings. Now the greetings have to be definitely formal, either good morning or good afternoon, but make sure that you're aware of the time. If it's afternoon, make sure you don't say good morning, stick to good afternoon, because this is the time that they're also looking at your situational awareness. Next thing is that you're supposed to thank them. Thank you for shortlisting me, or thank you for considering me, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this company, things like that. Next comes your full name. Now this is the time that you will provide your full name, saying I am Twinkle Anand or my name is Twinkle Anand. Don't say I am Mr. this or Mrs. this or Miss that. Just avoid the salutation. And please avoid using casual language that myself this. This is the last mistake that you would ever want to do. Please stick to simple statements. My name is so and so, or I am so and so. Use your full name that you need to remember. Next thing is that you talk about your last position and your company. So if you've been working, you will mention that you've been working as a sales agent, and for example, you've been working as a sales agent, so you will mention that I've been working as a sales agent for past 2 years with so and so company. And then you talk about your accomplishments. Now by accomplishments, I don't mean to say that you have to make big paragraphs. Please stick to making an answer very crisp and short. So we'll talk about any change, any impact, any awards that you have won, any big difference, any change, duties, responsibilities, awards. Basically, what difference have you made to the organization? Now also let me tell you something very important here. Remember to specify things that are already not mentioned in your resume. Also be ready to provide proofs before you make any claims. So an example for this can be something like I am a cabin senior with Qatar Airways, looking after all the aspects of safety, service, and customer experience in a flight with a team of 20 or 25. Apart from that, I'm also responsible for onboard assessments, checks, training, and coaching cabin crew on board so that we can provide an excellent customer service. I have a total of 8 years of experience in this field and together have contributed to the best cabin crew and best airline, so on and so forth. Now you must be thinking that you don't have enough experience. So what is your next answer? So if you don't have any experience, just skip the company and accomplished parts, and after you've said your full name, just move on to the educational qualifications part. In your educational and education section, you can mention also your additional education or certificates as well. You can talk about your skills, any training programs or courses that you've taken. Remember that you need to be short and precise. For example, you can say that I have completed a bachelor's degree in business administration with a specialization in marketing and finance. I'm proficient in German and Spanish, and I've completed a 3-month XYZ course from Coursera. Tip: please do not say something that you have not done or you have not attended, and also avoid using any abbreviations like BBA or MBA instead of saying a bachelor's in business administration. You are not supposed to mention about your irrelevant things about your family or my hobbies or things. Make sure that whatever hobbies or skills that you mentioned in this point needs to be aligned with the requirements of the company. So for example, that we mentioned that you're proficient in German and English is really good for aviation, because they're looking for someone who can speak more than one language, which is good. So you can. I hope that you'll be able to make an answer now. Next question is, why should we hire you? Now this question is definitely asked in every interview. If it is asked in the start of the question, well and good, but if not, it will surely be asked at the end of your interview. Well, considering that any time of the interview this question is asked to you, make sure that you follow this acronym. Tip: T for time, I for impact, and P for personal quality. Time: make sure that you don't exceed your time more than 2 minutes. Keep it short and crisp. Impact: when you answer this question, it is very important that you pay a lot of, yes, I'm saying it, stress on your body language, your expressions, whether you're smiling or not. Don't touch your hair again and again. They are looking at you at this point of time. Forget what you're going to say, but they're also going to look at you when you answer this question. How confident are you, or how nervous are you? How egoistic are you? How overconfident are you? Everything will be considered when you answer this question. So all these qualities are looked upon throughout the interview, but this time is what makes it somewhat like a decision maker as well. So this is the question which is very important. For P comes your personal quality. Now when you answer this question, you have to make sure that you pick out one quality that aligns with the job description. Look at the job description of the company that you're applying for and read out their company values, things that they're looking for in their candidates. Read out the qualities and see and try to find out that one quality which you align with that is common, and then create an example wherein you will talk about this skill and give an example of a true story where you have exhibited that skill in the past, and tell them that how you are a great fit for their company. Now at this point, what you need to do is look out for the job description of the company that you're looking forward to join in future, and then find out that one quality, create an example and put it down in the comments section. I will be waiting to read your comments. But the most important thing is that what you need to avoid here is boasting about yourself. You need to hire me. I think I am a great fit because I have this many years of experience. I have done this before, or I have achieved this before. No, they are not looking for all these answers. So focus on personal qualities, the quality or the skill that they are looking for. Next question is, why do you want to join this company or this airline, to be specific? Or what do you know about the company? Both these questions are similar, because in this question, it is the time to talk about the company. They want to hear about them. So please use your research, all your research that you've done for that one company that you've been waiting to join. If you follow me on my Instagram, you will see that I keep putting on checklists on how to answer these questions, something like these. So if you haven't started following me on my Instagram, I will be leaving the link in the description and the handle here. Go ahead and start following me now. So how to answer this question, or why would you like to join this company? Just a time to talk about the future plans of the company, the destinations, the year, the awards, anything, any research or any news that they've made it big. Talk about the company. Talk about that why they are an industry leader and why they have a strong reputation. For example, Qatar Airways has been the world's 5-star airline, so talk about them. They would love to hear that. The most important thing now here is that how you fit in, how you are the best person, best fit for their company. So talk about a skill or a quality or any experience that you've had before which makes you a great fit for their organization. So let's see an example of this answer now. Your company is very well known for exceptional customer service that won several Skytrax awards, including the Best Airline 2017, 2018 and 2019. I believe that this is a perfect place and a perfect choice for the people like me looking for challenge and growth. You see how it made a difference? Now this was relevant to Qatar Airways, considering that this is the company you're looking to join. Please don't take the same things word to word. Make sure to make your own changes and edit it according to your liking and your profile. One very important tip is you can change the words according to the company that you're going to apply for. Next question is probably your favorite. If not your favorite, you read this question because you've been listening to this question, but you probably don't know the answer of it. So why do you want to become a cabin crew? Or what do you know about the role of a cabin crew? Or simply why this job role? Now, something that you need to absolutely avoid is don't say that it has been my dream job and I've always thought about this since my childhood. This is the answer that probably everybody has given. And if somebody has gone past this answer, that they would say, I love traveling and I can talk really well. I love talking to people. I love communicating with everyone and I'm very flexible. No, this is not the thing that they're looking for. So this question has two parts. In the first part, you're going to stress on the job role, the requirements of if you're looking at the cabin crew position, then yes, the job role of cabin crew. And in the second part, you're going to talk about why you are a perfect fit for this role. Like I've always said, you have to try and fit this one statement, whether being asked or not, which says why you are a perfect fit for their organization. Please save recruiters time and tell them that yes, this is why you make it as a perfect fit for their organization without even being asked. So let's see an example of this answer. Qatar Airways or XYZ company is the world's 5-star airline that has proved to provide exceptional customer service, and their world-class cabin crew is trained to do that. This is the area I'm passionate about. I've worked in so and so company on so and so projects, and I look forward to an opportunity to increase my knowledge and experience by contributing to the goals of the company in this area. I'm sure you've got to know a little bit idea about how you need to answer this question. Please don't copy these answers. You should make your own answers, try to mold them according to your profile. And do not forget to mention your projects or the company you've been with and how that has helped you to apply and to look forward to that opportunity in this job role. Next question is, why do you want to change your company, or why do you want to leave your last company? Why did you leave your last company? All these questions related to your exit from the last company. So something which is really important here is never say anything wrong or negative about your last company. And also don't be too casual or come across as someone who's always looking for a change. This is against the stability nature that they are looking in a candidate. So a perfect example for this question would be, I worked with XYZ company for last 2 years and have enjoyed every bit of it. I can't be thankful enough for the life-changing experience they've given me. I feel that I'm ready for a more challenging position that will help me expand my knowledge and give me a better growth. Something that you're not supposed to also mention is that you were getting a low salary or you had conflicts and that company was not giving you due importance. See, everybody knows about everything, but sometimes it is very obvious that you're not supposed to mention these things. Be a little diplomatic and try to frame an answer which is, somewhere near to the ones that I have given you here. The next question here is, what are your strengths? Or talk about your plus points, or this can also be, molded and asked in a way that what makes you a great fit out of the 1,000 people sitting out there. So let's look at how you're supposed to answer this question. First thing is, never boast about yourself. Never talk about how good and amazing you are. Just go. This is the perfect time to go through the job description and find out the qualities that they're looking for. For example, customer service, team management, team player, or flexible. Now find out the quality that matches you and support it with an example, telling how you have demonstrated that in the past. The examples can be either from your personal life or your professional life. So somebody who is not an experienced person can also, take out examples from their personal life. It is absolutely fine. And if you have that quality, highlight that as your strength. Now at this point of time, I want you to comment below with that one quality that aligns with the qualities that usually the aviation people or people from hospitality look forward to. If you follow me on Instagram, I did make a reel that mentioned around 20 qualities that recruiters look for in their candidates. So you can start like saying, my biggest strength is that I'm very efficient at working under pressure. For example, you can also take into consideration examples like attention to detail, planning, or time management. Now you can mention an example of either your personal life or your professional life where you've actually shown that you've worked under pressure, and prepare that answer and put it down in the comment section below. When we've talked about the strengths, the next question has to be obvious and needs to talk about what are your weaknesses. Now it is essential that you prepare for this question in advance and have at least 2 to 3 weaknesses or points prepared for you, so that you don't have to say that I don't think so that I have any weakness. We don't want to come across as someone who's overconfident, and please don't try to present your strength as your weakness. The recruiters are not fools here. So let's divide this question into 2 parts. In the first part, you will be discussing about your weaknesses, and in the second part, you'll talk about the actions you've taken to overcome it. Now a perfect example for this would be, I feel that my weakness is the inability to say no to people. Sometimes I volunteer and take too many tasks and get overloaded with work. So I'm trying to reduce my responsibilities by learning to say no to whatever I can avoid. Now something very important here is to again check the job description. For example, you are looking forward to apply in an airline where they need people who are confident, who can communicate well, and they are flexible. At this point of time, if you write something like, my biggest weakness is that I'm not able to face a crowd, or I find it difficult to talk in front of people, that thing can actually go against you, because you are not the perfect fit or perfect kind of candidate that they need, because they are looking for people who are easy to communicate with. Now moving on to the next question, which is, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line, or what are your future goals? So the most important thing here is to avoid saying, I want to become the CEO of the company, or I see you taking your position few years down the line. Simply because this is unrealistic, and we don't want to take into consideration any unrealistic goals. Instead, we are going to talk about SMART goals. SMART goals which are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. So what we are going to take into consideration here is talking about the skill that you will gain in the 5 years in this company, which will help you to reach that position in the company that you are actually looking forward to take over. Talk about the value that you're going to provide to the company. So an example to answer this question would be, in 5 years, I'd like to be in a management position or a senior level position, or to be very, very specific, check crew supervisor with the ability to mentor and lead entry level candidates. Or you can also say, I would like to gain expertise in customer service or safety to be able to contribute to the company's goals and organization. I am excited about developing my leadership skills and heading the flights with a great team. So here we've talked about your specific goal of becoming either a customer service trainer or a safety trainer or a check crew. So you know what you want. And in how much time? 5 years. Now this is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and also you've mentioned that the skills and the knowledge that you will gain from the company will only help you to reach and take over this position in 5 years in their company. This shows that how much are you serious about the company and how serious do you take this job of yours. Next question here is, what motivates you to become a cabin crew, or what motivates you in general? Or they can also ask you about why customer service in general. Again, this question is relevant to the job role. This will be divided in two parts. The first part will talk about the job role. Basically, the responsibilities, the duties that this job role has, or a candidate which gets selected to become a cabin crew or any other job role is supposed to do. So, taking examples from the responsibilities, you will be creating an example which shows that why doing these specific responsibilities is something that you're looking forward to. And then remember, with every question you need to tell them why you are a perfect fit for this job and make their work easy. So a perfect example for this answer would be helping people and making customers happy, tackling different problems, handling situations, and coming up with meaningful solutions to them is what motivates me. I believe that I will be able to do that in this job role, as it provides a great platform for creating the best customer service experience. The last question, which is very important and can be the most important questions out of all these 9 questions which I have discussed until now, because this is going to show them how much are you interested in their position, in their company, for this job role. The question is, do you have any questions for us? At this point of time, the only answer that you shouldn't be giving is no, I don't have any questions. Don't ever say that you don't have any questions, because this is going to tell them that are you really interested in this job or not. And saying no would only mean that you don't care enough. But when you ask questions, you also need to be genuine. You need to really show that you genuinely are very excited for this job and you're really looking forward for this job. So a question or two will not harm. It's rather better to be prepared to ask these questions. So a few questions and examples of few questions that you can ask is, you can ask about the company cultures, any new ventures, about the career paths in the company, joining formalities. Or you can also ask them about how long have they worked in the company, or the best is, what are they looking in an ideal candidate, or what does a typical day of a flight attendant looks like, things like these. Now, when I've mentioned so many topics, it is not necessary that you're going to ask everything and you're going to take an interview of the recruiters. Please avoid asking too many questions. Again, 1 or 2 questions in general will be fine. And at this point, please avoid asking about salary, roster, or house and lots of things that is not relevant at this point, because any which way, all these answers you will be getting in your appointment letter, your letter of employment. So with that said, I have come to the end of this video. I hope you got a lot of information with these 10 questions. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any more questions or you need answers to, you have any other doubts, put it down in the comment section and I will try my best to answer those. For now, I will end this video. It's time to say bye bye and I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.